Straight as a Circle was filmed in front of a dead studio audience. Huh. Something about that doesn't seem right.
Honey, I'm gay!
Jim, I know. We've been married for 12 years.
So, Ray, what's cooking?
Well, nothing. So if you want dinner, you're gonna have to make it yourself.
Skippity bottom bottom, hey! Hey, Uncle Kev, you're just in time for dinner.
Good thing, too. I'm starved. So, Ray, what's cooking?
I hate you all.
All right, tell us the good news, Kev. Hit us with the 411, buddy. Tell us what the cat dragged in, old pal.
Please, for the love of all that is good and holy, please shut up and let this man speak.
You guys will never believe what happened to me on the way home. I was driving down the road and I clipped the guy's car and he swerved and he ran off the road and he ran into a tree. What a sight that was. Tell you, that guy, he didn't know it cost him an arm and a leg to go to the grocery store today.
So you possibly killed a man. You think that's funny? Am I the only one, not sick in the head?
Listen, I don't know what you two silly gooses had planned, but you need to cancel it ASAP! I got something real special to show you tonight.
We always watch The Big Bang Theory on Tuesdays.
Huh. When it comes to you two, I thought every night was Big Bang night.
You know, that was really insensitive there. I'm a bit offended, Kevin.
Aww. You know what they say, Baba Booey!
What is it, Uncle Kev?
It's called MSU Tonight, and I think it's the greatest thing since frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Can you get on cable?
Well, you could say you could access it on cable.
Is it action? Comedy?
A little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
Since when was anything you showed us better than frosty chocolate milkshakes?
Don't be such a frumpy Frank, Ray.
When does it come on?
Holy mother of knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a gall-darn bone. According to my calculations, the show is starting, skip it up and butt up right now!
Please, God, give me the strength to cut his brake lines tomorrow.
Shh, the show is starting.
Come on, Ray, don't be so uptight. Welcome one and all to MSU Tonight.
Welcome to the 5th episode of MSU Tonight this season. You'll laugh, you'll cry. My son has just returned from Afghanistan. Give me a hug.
Congratulations, Dustin. I didn't even know you had a son.
That's funny. Neither did I.
Heartfelt reunions aside, we've got a whole heaping pile of surely entertaining content heading your way tonight.
Well, we use the term entertaining content loosely.
You're not wrong. Coming up tonight we have
a squeaky wheel that didn't get the grease,
a radical militant group aiming to convert you to their unorthodox belief system,
and an unmarried, middle-aged white guy who just sort of makes you vaguely uncomfortable, no matter what he does.
But before we wade through those weeds, let's dive into our hot topics. Our very own Murray State University football team is now ranked. They are ranked 25th in the nation. While they're doing their part, so are the workers within the rankings of the football team. This can be seen with videographer Robert Franco. Robert is with the team each game, capturing moments on camera. Each good moment he catches makes it onto a highlight reel. For each game, Each reel is also edited by him and then sent off to be posted on the Racer Athletics Instagram page. Robert enjoys his job and is looking forward to how it will help his future.
So I have gotten an internship over the summer with what I'm doing right now, and in the future I plan on graduating with a degree in finance, but I plan on doing videography for the rest of my life.
If you want something similar, feel free to contact Racer Athletics for more information.
The South Park vaccination special premiered last Wednesday at 7 on Comedy Central. Now in its 24th season, South Park was still as raunchy and even-handed as ever in tackling the COVID-19 vaccine rollout, the QAnon movement, and the general feeling of dread many are experiencing a year into the pandemic. We won't spoil anything in case you missed it, but I can't imagine anyone did. Comedy Central aired the special 5 times during its premiere night and twice the next day.
On Monday, the Washington Post issued a retraction on their 2-month-old story that originally alleged that former President Donald Trump had asked Georgia's top elections investigator to, quote, find some votes. As you might remember, this caused quite an uproar when it was first reported. The retraction, which now accurately states that Trump instead urged the investigator to look into votes cast in Georgia in order to find possible dishonest ones. This comes after the full audio recording of a phone call between Trump and the investigator, which was released on Monday afternoon. The moral of the story is, it doesn't matter if the media lies to you, as long as they can get the person they want in the Oval Office.
And another thing, COVID stinks, but you know it doesn't? Family time. Although you might not see it that way, COVID has brought people together through food and drinks. Yes, not all the food you ate during the lockdown was great, but the food you're seeing right here looks fantastic, and I totally wish I could have had some. Ugh, nuts!
New reports say China is making plans to expand their military prowess, hoping to one day be just as powerful, if not more than the United States and other global forces. China becoming a larger military power than the US? Sounds a little far-fetched to me, but if that does happen, all I can say is, Zhang wo ziang nin bao jun xiao zhang, qing bu yao sha le wa.
There's no point in that, Nick. Remember all the stuff we said last episode about China? There's no way we aren't banned there.
That's fair, but I mean, what isn't banned in China these days?
Genocide?
Ta shua la bu she wa. Today marks the 20th anniversary of my existence. Yes, that's right, it's my birthday. And honestly, if being Nick Kindle for 20 years hasn't killed me, I'm convinced that nothing can or will. Except for maybe the football team, since they found out I was roasting the hell out of them before the season even started. Anyway, my party will be at Gaddy's Pizza at 5:30 tomorrow. Everyone's invited, except the football team. That being said, there's more MSU tonight after the break.
So stay tuned.
So is it almost over yet?
Don't worry, Ray. There's more MSU Tonight coming up right after the break.
Closed captioning and other consideration for MSU Tonight provided by Winslow Dining Hall and Marriage Counseling. Dinner and a show.
Hold the phone. Did somebody say a new episode of MSU Tonight airs Tuesday at 5 on MSU TV 11?
I mean, you could maybe say that.
That means more of this.
What do you mean we're pregnant?
And this.
I just liked dogs so much, and even cats sometimes.
And even some of this. What more could you ask for?
Bob Jackson in a bikini, a baby shaking contest, and a football team with a winning record.
Within reason, of course.
At least the commercials aren't boring.
Shh, the show's coming back on.
MSU Tonight. I'm here to welcome today's interviewee, Caleb Gaunts. He is the Vice President of the BCM, the Baptist Campus Ministry here on campus. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, great. Well, if it's all right with you, I think I'll get started. What do you say?
Absolutely.
All right, so what does the BCM offer students here at Murray?
Absolutely. Well, BCM really is a community-driven organization that is faith-based. And so there's opportunities throughout the week of small groups and Bible studies to get freshmen involved when they first come in. But even if you're an upperclassman, there's small groups to get plugged in there. And then on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock, we offer a group gathering, which we've been abiding by COVID guidelines, obviously, so It looks a little different, but an opportunity to corporately come together and worship and hear some teaching and enjoy some fellowship.
Well, I appreciate that. Because I am the host and you're the guest, I thought it'd be nice if I could offer you. Do you want a stick of gum?
Absolutely.
Like a stick of gum? Here. Why don't you? Bought a fresh pack just for you.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
All right, all right. So, well, I guess you partially answered this question, but if there's any more you'd like to add to, feel free. Do you have any special events throughout the week?
Yes, on Monday nights, we have something called Connect International, which is where international students get to come and hang out and really just get to meet people from all over the country. So it's a really cool hangout spot for them because as an international student, you can easily kind of get lost in the group, and it's just a new culture, a new experience. So as the BCM, we try and reach out to them and provide a safe spot for them to enjoy. Like I said, small groups throughout the week. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights, we have small groups that gather. Thursday nights is our group gathering where everybody comes together. And then over the weekend, we'll occasionally have outreach events like a game night, movie night, things like that.
Great. That's great to hear. Would you like something to drink? I have some cola.
Absolutely.
Do you drink cola?
Absolutely.
Do you drink Royal Crown Cola?
You know, this will be my first time.
It's a lot like Coca-Cola, but it's
Royal though. It's got to be better than.
All right. Well,
thank you.
Hey, I just figured I'd be generous, man.
Absolutely.
You know? Do you have a personal moment with the BCM that is your favorite?
You know, there's a few there's a few different ones. I think of one that comes to mind. We had this senior banquet a couple, I guess it would have been last semester. So all the seniors that were graduating got to come and hang ornaments on this tree. And just kind of something that summarized your past 4 years at Murray State, specifically with the BCM. And so I'm not I'm not good at gifts or anything like that. So I grabbed a Diet Mountain Dew can, wrote on it, and stuck it on a tree. So I was like, that sometimes kind of last minute rush, that's described some of my times at the BCM, but that's just kind of a funny moment. But man, there's been countless times where I've just really encountered the grace of Jesus through a worship gathering or through a teaching. And that's kind of the funny one about the ornament, but have really enjoyed several just times of worship and fellowship and made a lot of good friends there.
You know what they say, make a diet do, am I right?
Hey, absolutely. I'm there. There.
Man, well, I have some more to offer you.
Come on.
Give me just a second here. Would you care for a cigarette?
I don't smoke, but
you don't smoke?
I don't. No.
You sure?
I'm fairly positive.
You want a cigarette?
How is it?
Doesn't light.
Doesn't light? Well, golly, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Well, you know what? well, hey, like you're not a cop, are you? Because you got to tell me if you're a cop.
I'm not.
You have to tell. I have to know.
You know what? I would tell you, but no, I'm definitely not a cop.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. How does being a part of the BCM inspire you personally?
Absolutely. It's been something that has grown me a lot just in leadership. Being able to be the vice president and getting to lead meetings and having opportunities to teach group gatherings or lead a Bible study. But also just how to meet together as a staff to run an organization. I've just realized that there's a lot more to leading than what meets the eye. There's a lot, just like this, the running this program, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes on a TV network, but also in the campus ministry. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So I think inspiring me just to be a better leader, to put in effort and work, but also just to enjoy it and to enjoy fellowship. That idea of leadership has really grown in me and been something that's been inspiring.
That's wonderful. It sounds like y'all really have a really good time with what you do.
We do.
I suppose I can't talk you into a beer.
I'll respectfully decline.
You got to decline
but you're more than
decline the
welcome
beer.
to.
Okay, well, fine then. I will.
This is some kind of crazy show, man. Y'all doing
hey,
everything.
Hey, stick around after the break. I'll share some of this with you.
How is it?
It's warm.
Warm?
Ugh. I like it cold.
Hey, there you go.
If someone is going to attend the BCM for the first time, is there anything they need or anything they should know?
Just to bring yourself. That's about it. Something that can be hard sometimes for people is that, anytime you come into something new, and especially when there's a group of 20, 30 people. We have a 60-person max right now at the BCM due to COVID guidelines. But just to come and to stay around is the biggest encouragement I would give, because if you just show up and then immediately leave, you aren't going to be able to get the full experience. You aren't going to be able to get as connected as you could. So just come. If you have a Bible, you can bring that. But if you don't, that's totally okay. Just come and enjoy night of fellowship and getting to hear about Jesus Christ and hear about the Bible.
Wow. Again, it sounds absolutely wonderful. You very nice guy when you walked into the studio today. A very mild-mannered, nice man. And well, I guess because you're so mild-mannered and nice, I guess you wouldn't be able to accept any of this sticking together. I suppose you wouldn't be able to accept any weed?
Again, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, but I appreciate the offer, though.
You don't want to roll a joint with me after the show? Are you serious?
Hey, I'll probably say no, but thank you very much.
Went through all the effort of buying that, and you don't even want it. That's a shame. Well, hey, you know what? We still got some more questions for you. Let's get on to that.
All right, let's go.
What's the most enjoyable part of your position and the others you surround yourself with?
That's a great question. My biggest passion that I have is discipleship and just getting to talk to others about just the joy of Jesus Christ, and knowing Him is my Lord in life. And I have a Bible study with about 7 other guys, and just getting to meet together every week and surrounding myself with them, and just to hear about their lives, hear what their struggles are, but also just to get to talk about the joy that Jesus impacts our life every day in. And so that's really my favorite part about being a vice president is I get to be engaged in people's lives. I get to hear their hearts. I get to hear their stories. But I don't just get to hear. I get to be a messenger of the greatest truth I've ever encountered. And that's the joy of the BCEM. That's what my position is all about. And that's what's very life-giving with my involvement in the BCM.
That's great. I think there's a lot of wonderful lines in the Bible. And speaking of lines, I don't suppose you'd want to do any cocaine with me.
I have to go with marijuana again. Gonna have to respectfully decline.
That's
but
fine.
Thank you, though.
It's all right, man. I got 5 other people on the crew that might want to party hard.
I got you.
Well, we're almost done, but I've got a little bit more to ask you. When you personally are feeling down, what comforts you?
Absolutely, that's a great question. I think that's even applicable for this week. I've been a little stressed with school as college students.
I understand, man.
We can have hard weeks that hit, but man, the biggest comfort I've found, not just in my role with leadership at the BCM, but in my personal life is, just knowing that, for one, that God sees me, but also, too, that God loves me. And not just that, He just loves me and loves everybody, but that He sent His Son to die on the cross for my sins, and that because of His sacrifice, I now get to live free from sin and live free from the bondage of the law, and get to enjoy freedom and the forgiveness of being God's Son. So that truth and the reality that Jesus Christ has so radically changed my life is something that gives me comfort every day. And to be honest, it kind of diminishes some of the struggles of this world and some of the things that I can find myself saying, like, bro, like, why do I care? Why do I care so much about the way I look like? It's that doesn't matter as much when I realize that, man, the God of the universe sent His Son to die on the cross for my sins, and because I've received Him and confessed Him as Lord of my life, I get to enjoy fellowship with Him for all eternity. That's the biggest comfort in just every single day of my life.
Right on, man. I'll tell you what, I don't know if it was God I saw once, but I had this really, really crazy trip because I was doing these mushrooms, right? Would you care for some mushrooms?
Thank you again, but gonna have to decline.
They're a lot soggier than I remember, but look, I'll tell you either way, man. I've got one last question for you.
Absolutely.
And it's one that I think everybody should consider. What is your life motto? What words do you live by?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I'd really have to say, in a very short, succinct, to know Christ as my Lord in life and to share that life with others. That's really what guides my life, and that's what I'm most passionate about, to know Jesus in my own heart, but then also to share that joy and that life and that reality with those around me.
That's wonderful. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you. Let's thank Caleb for being such a good sport tonight. Caleb, feel free to take any of these with you on the way out. If you need me, I'll be serving 5 to 10 years in the Kentucky State Penitentiary, but don't worry, just because I'll be behind bars doesn't mean there's not more to come. Stay tuned after the break for more MSU Tonight.
Come on, more commercials already?
I feel it builds the anticipation for more MSU Tonight right after the break.
Another organized group of white people succeed at shooting down innocent black targets.
I didn't mean to hit that old lady.
Oh my gosh. Sue, look at this. A UFO.
It's a bomb.
Who did this to you? No!
You will speak only when spoken to. Got me?
Kiki, Latoya, and my big booty white goddess Abigail.
You don't gotta be a dog to enjoy dog treats. You just have to be stupid.
If you worship stinky feet as much as I do,
Let's wrap it up.
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean we're pregnant?
I despise you. They're all square buttons.
I think we've had enough of your jokes.
Those were really the same commercials we just saw before.
Oh, come on, Ray. How else are they going to fund more MSU Tonight?
Top of the 5:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time to you. Because we don't get any of the good holidays during the spring semester, we've decided to do a St. Patrick's Day bit.
You know, St. Patrick's Day, a holiday marked by people doing bad Irish accents, green clothing, four-leaf clovers, and of course, copious amounts of alcohol consumption.
Neither of us are Irish, so I guess we won't make any jokes at their expense. We don't want to be canceled on Twitter by some potato-eating freaks after all.
That being said, you may be wondering why he's not wearing green.
I'm not wearing green because we're sitting in front of a green screen, you baffling buffoons, you worthless worms, you insignificant imbeciles. Gosh, why are all of you so completely and totally dense?
As for the four-leaf clovers, we don't believe in superstition here at MSU Tonight.
Knock on wood we don't mess up the rest of this segment. I would use my lucky rabbit's foot, but I forgot it at home.
As for the drinking, that's another issue entirely.
Listen, the two of us are under the age of 21.
But we know some of you in the audience don't much care about the law, like Cade.
So basically, our hands are tied, like Cade.
Do whatever you want this St. Patrick's Day. Go crazy, man. Like Cade. Just don't be a ginger.
Like Cade?
No. I think that's enough. He's not a ginger.
Oh, well, remember, a dog owns nothing, yet is seldom dissatisfied.
You may be confused, but that's apparently an Irish saying. Trust us. After all, we looked it up online.
We'll be right back with more MSU Tonight after the break. May you be in heaven a full half hour before the devil knows you're dead. Or something like that.
Please tell me we're close to the end.
Not to worry, Ray. There's more MSU Tonight coming up right after the break.
Oh man, it feels like the show only just started. And now it's ending.
MSU Tonight has one last chance to impress me. I'm not holding my breath.
All I'm saying is, it shouldn't be illegal if both parties are under 18.
Yo, we're live.
Sorry about that, folks. I was just, wow, there is no good explanation for that, is there?
Nope.
Oh well, welcome back to the show. You know, here at MSU Tonight, we like to have a lot of fun, but sometimes we like just as much to take a step back and talk about the serious issues.
One of the most serious issues that all of us face is the cold, harsh reality of death. It's never easy dealing with the passing of a loved one, which is why we're here to help.
Let's get one thing out of the way. It's your fault they died. It doesn't matter how they died either. Didn't wake up one morning? You must have poisoned their dinner the night before. Got ran over by a bus? You must have been the driver. Fell into a meat grinder? Well, I think you get the picture.
You should also keep in mind that everybody dies someday. Yep, that's right. You, me, and everybody in between. You could die of old age, of disease, of a horrible pool noodle accident. Heck, you could even die while watching MSU Tonight, What a pathetic way to go out.
Once somebody dies, there's nothing you can do. Literally nothing. I'm being dead serious. Kiss all the good times goodbye, sucker.
It really puts the fragile nature of life into perspective, doesn't it?
Now, let's hammer out some actionables. Remember, every person responds to death a little differently. Some people talk through their feelings with friends. Some people lock themselves in their rooms and blast My Chemical Romance albums for hours. Some people drink themselves into oblivion. And others go on a violent rampage to avenge the fallen. But you know what? We think all those coping mechanisms are for chumps.
What you really need to do is just stop being sad. Seriously, it's that easy. What were we telling you? Isn't all that revolutionary? Honestly, I'm actually surprised no one else has thought of it before. Regardless, I'm glad you heard it from us. We pride ourselves on our ingenuity.
After you stop being sad, the death shouldn't even register on your radar anymore. From that point on, you can go back to squandering away your precious time on this gosh-forsaken planet in blissful ignorance.
If you don't get over your angst within a week, all you can say is there's something wrong with you. I mean, that's really it.
Keep in mind that death is no laughing matter.
Unless you died in a funny way, like the old phrase, death bites chocolate. That's a pretty hilarious way to go. And also what the coroner said to my ex-girlfriend's family.
Well, we certainly hope this little talk has helped you move past the heart-wrenching pain in your life. Now, go out there and stop being sad at the deaths that you are directly responsible for.
Anyway, that's all for this episode of MSU Tonight. Thank you for watching, and we hope you at home tune in to the next episode of MSU Tonight next Tuesday at 5 p.m. on MSU TV 11.
That's channel 26-3 for those of you watching on campus or on Spectrum.
And if you miss it live, you can check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MSU Tonight for the latest episodes and some of our best segments. Or so the Germans would have us believe.
Lastly, be sure to follow us on Twitter at MSU Tonight for regular updates and behind-the-scenes footage each week.
Well, that's all for this episode of MSU Tonight. Be sure to join us next week when we'll have
a contest to see who can go the longest without laughing at a little person,
a straight white male who is apparently not entitled to say anything because he's both straight and white,
and many more politically incorrect jokes that will likely get us expelled from Murray State University. What have we got to lose? Everything.
Well, everyone, remember, it's not the size of your stimmy that counts, it's what you buy with it. Good night, everybody.
What'd you two crazy kids think of MSU Tonight, huh?
I have sworn off the Big Bang Theory for the rest of my life.
His words, not mine, folks.
I think I enjoyed the show a little too much.
We'll clean you up later. So how about you, Ray? What'd you think of MSU Tonight?
I mean, it was fine, I guess. I mean, you can tell the people at MSU Tonight really care about what they do, and you know, I guess there's some merit to that.
Well, I'd say we all learned a valuable lesson today.
What are you talking about? We didn't learn any lessons at all.
Well, I'm sure we'll all remember and reference these lessons for weeks to come.
I couldn't have said it better myself.